We have looked at CD continuous delivery. So let's look at continuous deployment practices. Continuous deployment is an extension of CD continuous delivery, but this time with a process that automates the entire CI CD pipeline from the moment the developer commits their code to deployment in production through all of the verification steps. So this practice, continuous deployment, is rarely implemented in enterprises because it requires a wide coverage of tests. Such as few examples of such tests are unit, functional, integration, performance, and so on and so on. List goes so on. So for the application, so these kind of tests are required. Wide coverage of these kind of tests are required for the application, and the successful execution of these tests is sufficient to validate the proper functioning of the application with all of these dependencies. But also automated deployment to a production environment without any approval action is also possible and is also used. So now let's look into the simulation of the implementation of the continuous deployment pipeline, or the flow of continuous deployment pipeline. So the continuous deployment process must also take into account all the steps to restore the application in the event of a production problem. Continuous deployment can be implemented with the use and implementation of feature toggle techniques or feature flags, which involves encapsulating the application's functionalities in features and activating its features on demand, so directly in production without having to redeploy the code of the application. So another technique that is widely used is to use a blue-green production infrastructure, which consists of two production environments, one blue and one green. So we first deploy to the blue environment, then to the green. So this will ensure that there is no downtime required at all. So the preceding diagram is almost the same as that of CD, but with the difference that it depicts the automated end-to-end deployment. You can see on the screen, but I haven't attach a flow, so I will simulate now. I just want to give you some important facts about CD, sorry, not CD, continuous deployment first, and then let's simulate the process. As usual, it starts with the continuous integration. So our developers have committed and pushed their code through the SCM, source code managers, to the source code repository, that's GitHub, just for an example. Then after that, your Jenkins automation server got triggered, and then it has taken the source code from GitHub and it has built, and then it has run some service, some tests, and finally it has made and it has built a package. So now this package has been pushed to the So one side the package should be pushed to the package manager. On other side, till whatever had happened, all the feedback has to go back to the developers, or else they can have a overall feedback. But for that we need to use a one more tool. In spite of sending the feedback here, of course you have to send the feedback here, and even after the production every stage. It's not that only at the one stage, you have to send it every stage. Anyway, this is just a flow, a detailed diagram, and then practically building a CI/CD and continuous deployment pipelines we are going to do even with the containers, containerization or Docker in our forthcoming sessions. So that is the reason. Keep your excitement as high as possible, and with you just wait for the further forthcoming sessions. So here, so after the quick feedback, our package will be moved to the package manager. Then automatically another server will be set up, that's a staging server, and then the package from the package manager will get back to the staging server. And then once all success it gets in staging server, then again it get back to the package manager, and from the package manager you'll get the package back into the acceptance tests server. And then the most important step comes. What is that? So CI/CD processes are therefore an essential part of DevOps culture, with the CI allowing teams to integrate and test the coherence of its code and to obtain quick feedback very regularly. So CD, continuous delivery, automatically delivers till the acceptance test stage on one or more staging environments, and hence offers the possibility to test the entire application until it's deployed in production. But whereas finally, continuous deployment automates the deployment automates the deployment of the application from commit. Here is the commit. Here is the commit. From commit till the production of the environment. But here again, in the production of the environment, the package will be taken from the package manager. Here package manager or package management a repository, and from there the package will come to the production environment, and then that will be deployed. So the continuous deployment, what does it do? It automates the deployment of the application from commit here from the left side of the screen till to the production environment.